Afternoon everybody and welcome to the stream. So today we're going to begin a playthrough of NieR Automata. I didn't introduce myself, did I? I'm Robert from the El Magnifico Games channel, and today we're going to begin a playthrough of NieR Automata. Now I've never played this game before. I know relatively little about it, going in pretty blind. I've done the first 5 minutes or so during testing, as I usually do, and I've also seen, when I first changed the scene on OBS, you may have seen a cutscene playing. That seems to play if there's no activity on the main menu for long enough. So I've seen that as well, and that's about it. I know there are androids, I know that humanity seems to be in some sort of danger, although I'm not exactly sure what. Other than that, I'm sure we'll find out as we play. So let's create a new save. Excellent. And we'll go difficulty hard, because I notice it says battles are tougher and you can't use lock on. I don't want to get into the habit of using some sort of mechanic that won't be there on harder difficulties. I kind of want to do what I did with Metal Gear Rising, and if I die, I restart from the beginning of the game. But I am in two minds about that, because I think a lot of people didn't enjoy that, although it's hard to say, because I didn't get a lot of viewership during those streams anyway. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Everything that lives is designed to end. We are perpetually trapped in a never-ending spiral of life and death. Is this a curse? Or some kind of punishment? I often think about the god who blessed us with this cryptic puzzle, and wonder if we'll ever have the chance to kill him.
So we begin in a fighter jet.
This is Command. Yorha Squadron, come in.
2B here. All units have penetrated the stratosphere.
I assume we're playing 2B.
Across the board.
This is Operator 60. All units confirmed.
We've passed the 50-kilometer threshold and are proceeding toward the target.
Understood. Once you reach their anti-air defenses, proceed to manual attack formation. Then destroy the Goliath-class unit by any means necessary, and gather what data you can.
Understood.
Not ideal.
12H down. All units activate manual mode and rely on visuals to evade.
Already engaged. Free movement
No.
unlocked.
Notice there's a bit of a particle effect before the beam appears. Like there.
B, down. Our HO229 cancelers are ineffective.
Alert. Enemy unit sighted ahead.
Requesting permission to engage.
Permission granted.
Oh dear.
7E down.
So at least the start of the game seems to be a bit of a bullet hell arcade game.
Down. Assuming captain's duties.
When they assume the captain's duties, their fighter jet changes colour. I'm not entirely sure what the significance of that is.
Multiple surrounding enemy air units confirmed. Requesting permission to assume mobile configuration.
Permission granted.
So here we find out that the fighter jet is also a mech. Interestingly enough.
Captain,
Ah!
I think...
4B down. B to Operator 60. All Allied units down. The operation is compromised. Awaiting further orders.
Operator to 2B. We need you to rendezvous with Unit 9S and begin gathering data on the local terrain.
Understood.
Now we know from the cutscene that you haven't seen that 9S is apparently a mechanic, I think, responsible for maintaining 2B. Ow. Oh, blimey. Interesting. When they crashed behind us, I'm not entirely sure if that causes damage or not. Ow. No! Well, now you see what happens if you lose the game. The Yorha force was annihilated and Earth went on to become a paradise for machines. And then the credits play at an incredible rate. The game saves. And then we're given the opportunity to start again. And this will be from the beginning of the game, but I don't think that'll always be the case. I think once we reach a... Well, the game did say when we first made the new save
Everything that lives is designed to end.
that this game doesn't have autosave,
Perpetually trapped
so I assume we'll be able to
in a
manually save
never-ending
later.
spiral of life and death. Is this a curse? Or some kind of punishment?
That's a
often
good point,
think about the God
actually.
who blessed us with this cryptic puzzle, and wonder if we'll ever have the chance to kill him.
If I did want to Iron Man this game, I could just not save the game, ever. That would presumably work.
Yorha Squadron, come in.
2B here. All units have penetrated the stratosphere. Autopilot systems green across the board.
This is Operator 60. All units confirmed.
We've passed the 50-kilometer threshold and are proceeding toward the target.
Understood. Once you reach their anti-air defenses, proceed to manual attack formation. Then destroy the Goliath-class unit by any means necessary, and gather what data you can.
Understood.
Oh, blimey.
12H down. All units activate manual mode and rely on visuals to evade.
Already engaged.
Right, here we go again.
Unlocked.
Origin point of
Interesting, if we
long-range
try and
laser
attack at this point, we get told you do not have authority to perform that command. Which is interesting.
11B down.
Suggests that these androids are quite tightly controlled.
Alert. Enemy unit sighted ahead.
I just realised we're travelling over sea, aren't we? So we're probably heading towards an island.
Permission granted.
Possibly not. Could be just a different continent. But I probably should have paid more attention to that last time.
7B down.
Interestingly, the darker attacks, the darker spheres or circles or whatever they are,
1D down. Assuming captain's duty.
can't be destroyed by your normal attack, but they can be destroyed by your heavy attack. But I don't think when you're in... this is the heavy attack, incidentally. That shield appears. Oops, I was going to demonstrate, but I did a poor job of it. What was I going to say? Yeah, like so. But when you're in the mech form, I don't think you get access to that
Multiple
shield
ground enemy air units
heavy attack.
confirmed. Requesting permission to assume mobile configuration.
Permission granted.
Oh dear, I did much worse than last time. Oh well. Can't be helped. Third time's the charm, eh? One thing I don't understand is why when you die does the game put you
Everything
back
that
to
lives
the
is designed to
main
end.
menu as opposed to
We
the
are perpetually trapped.
menu for the save that you were last
never-ending
playing?
spiral of
Why does it
life and
effectively
death.
unload
Is this a curse?
the
some
save
kind
you
of
had been
punishment?
playing?
I often think about the God who blessed us with this
Seems like an odd
puzzle,
decision.
and wonder if we'll ever have the chance to kill him.
It also implies that the developers didn't think you'd be dying very much. I wonder if this could be a bit of a baptism of fire and that after this
Command.
mission the game gets a bit easier for a while.
All units have penetrated the stratosphere. Autopilot systems green across the board.
This is Operator 60. All units confirmed.
We've passed the 50-kilometer threshold and are proceeding toward the target.
Understood. Once you reach their anti-air
I
defenses,
should really be writing down the
proceed to
name
manual
of all
attack
these
formation.
individuals,
Then
shouldn't
destroy the
I?
Goliath-class unit by any means necessary, and gather what data you can.
Understood.
Ah!
12H down. All units activate manual mode and rely on visuals to evade.
Already engaged. Free movement unlocked.
Origin point of long-range lasers confirmed.
Ah!
11B, down. Our HO229 cancelers are ineffective.
I didn't get all of them written down, but I got a few written down. Now I need to actually play the game.
Requesting permission to engage.
Permission granted.
I don't know if these androids once dead are permanently gone or not.
Down. Down. Assuming captain's duties.
Oops. Careless of me. I do note there doesn't appear to be a way to recover health.
Multiple surrounding enemy air units confirmed. Requesting permission to assume mobile configuration.
Maybe that happens between missions. Alright, back to mech mode. Ugh. I got a bit hairy for a second. I do find it interesting that you seem to be forced to fire in the same direction you're moving. It does make things a bit awkward. Oh, is that actually true? Oh no, it's not true. Oh, fantastic.
Captain, I think...
I don't know why I thought that. I thought I'd tried using both analog sticks before, but apparently not. So I'll take that back.
Operator 60. All allied units down. The operation is compromised. Awaiting further orders.
Operator to 2B, we need you to rendezvous with Unit 9S and begin gathering data on the local terrain.
Understood.
Right. Interesting. Oh, I have the shield thing back. That's good to know. Whew. You can mess that bit up. I've done that before. During testing. Right, I can't... I mucked up. I was about to say, I can't turn the ship independent of moving during that specific sequence. But that's fine, because it's it's a little different, isn't it? It's side on, not top down.
Everything that lives is designed to end. We are perpetually trapped in a never-ending spiral of life and death. Is this a curse? Or some kind of punishment? I often think about the god who blessed us with this cryptic puzzle, and wonder if we'll ever have the chance to kill him.
Little worrying, isn't it? Right, let's see if I can get all of their names this time.
This is Command. Yorha Squadron, come in.
2B here. All units have penetrated the stratosphere. Autopilot systems green across
If
the
she's
board.
not captain, why is she the one answering?
This is Operator 60.
1D,
We've
11B I
passed
think
the
was the one I
50-kilometer
didn't have.
threshold and are proceeding toward
Oh,
the
and
target.
4B.
Understood. Once you reach their
So 12H,
anti-air
11B,
defenses,
2B,
proceed to
7E,
manual attack
1D,
formation.
11B,
Then destroy the
4B.
Goliath-class unit by any means necessary, and gather what data you can.
Understood.
Oh, I had 11B twice.
12H down.
That's on me.
All units activate manual mode and rely on visuals to evade.
Already engaged. Free movement unlocked.
And what, they're the
Orders
Your
and
Half
point of
fleet?
long-range lasers confirmed.
I think that's correct. Don't know what it stands for.
11B down. Our HO229 cancelers are ineffective.
Alert. Enemy unit sighted ahead.
Right, fingers crossed I can do it this
Requesting
time.
permission to engage.
Permission granted.
This first bit isn't too bad. It's once we actually get inside.
7E down.
Oh dear. Oh no, we're alright. I notice it says we're level 1. I wonder what the significance of leveling is in this game.
1D down. Assuming Captain...
I mean, I assume you get better, but in what way specifically? And do you get to choose in what way you improve? Does it have more of an RPG-like system? But like Devil May Cry had. Oh yeah, and Metal Gear Rising.
Multiple surrounding enemy air units confirmed. Requesting permission to
I haven't done
mobile
Devil May Cry on stream, have I?
Permission granted. Captain, I think...
Okay, that didn't go too badly.
4B down. (2B to Operator 60. All Allied units down. The operation is compromised. Awaiting further orders.
Operator to 2B, we need you to rendezvous with Unit 9S and begin gathering data on the local terrain.
Understood.
Do my best. Oh yeah, there we go. It does look to be some sort of island in the sea, but it looks like it's an artificial island. Goodness me. That particular section's a bit hectic. I know this is easier said than done, but the easiest, this section gets a lot easier if you're quick at taking them out. Ow. Because of course they're constantly attacking, so... Oh, this is new. What? Well, that seemed a little harsh. Okay, guess we're going back to the beginning again. Honestly, spawning an enemy right next to me. I suppose I was supposed to hit... Oh no, the heavy attack doesn't even... Or rather, the shield attack. That doesn't work when you're in mech mode, does it? I was just about to say, I suppose I was meant to hit the shield attack the moment we got into that combat. But no, that doesn't make sense.
Is designed to end. We are perpetually trapped in a never-ending spiral of life and death. Is this a curse? Or some kind of punishment? I often think about the god who blessed us with this cryptic puzzle, and wonder if we'll ever have the chance to kill him.
This is Command. Yorha Squadron, come in.
2B 2B here. All units have penetrated the stratosphere. Autopilot systems green across the board.
This is Operator 60. All units confirmed.
We've passed the 50-kilometer threshold and are proceeding toward the target.
Understood. Once you reach their anti-air defenses, proceed to manual attack formation. Then destroy the Goliath-class unit by any means necessary, and gather what data you can.
Understood. 12H down. All units activate manual mode and rely on visuals to evade.
Already engaged. Free movement unlocked.
I wonder what their designations
Origin
mean.
point of long-range lasers confirmed.
Because they have a number and a letter, don't they? I wonder if the letter's the model
11B down. Our HO229 cancelers are ineffective.
and the number is which is effectively the their name, as it were, the thing that makes them
Unit
unique.
sighted ahead.
Just
Requesting
guesswork though.
permission to engage.
Permission granted.
Whoa, that was close. I nearly got in the way of that.
7E down.
Oh, this section's top down as well. But we can't turn independent of moving.
Beginning captain's duties.
I suppose it's just that enemies always tend to be ahead of you. Oh dear, they took a few too many attacks, didn't they?
Multiple surrounding enemy air units confirmed. Requesting permission to assume mobile configuration.
Permission granted. Captain, I think...
4B down.
The voice was slightly different,
Operator 60. All allied units down.
and we're 2B and they're
Operation is
4B.
compromised. Awaiting further orders.
That contradicts my
Operator
theory.
2B, we need you to rendezvous with Unit 9S and begin gathering data on the local terrain.
Understood.
I don't know, maybe they did just give them each individually unique voices. Oh, I need to pay attention. Oh boy. I usually do that section, but it is nerve-wracking. Oh, I've just noticed something. They tend to appear either at the top or bottom of the screen, don't they? So actually, when there's no enemies on screen, and since we have infinite ammo, just staying at the top or bottom and firing continuously isn't a bad strategy. Like so. Right. No, thank you. Stop that now. Oh dear. Got ya. This is difficult. This is difficult. I don't usually play bullet hell games. Ow. What are you? Okay, we're getting somewhere here. Unit data has been updated. Wonderful. Blimey.
Activating short-range attack gear.
Well, hey!
Alert. Large enemy group detected.
Who are you?
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Okay, so that must be the remnants of my ship, I assume.
Start.
No! Back to the start. Oh my goodness. This is absolutely brutal. Your half for the glory of mankind. Interesting. I get the feeling we're not going to get very far into the game this stream.
Everything that lives is designed to end. We are perpetually trapped in a never-ending spiral of life and death. Is this a curse? Or some kind of punishment? I often think about the God who blessed us with this.
Not that I mind.
And wonder if we'll ever have
I'm
the
perfectly
chance to
entertained.
keep
I'm more just worried about what it's like for you, the viewer.
This is Command. Yorha Squadron, come in.
2B here. All units have penetrated the stratosphere. Autopilot systems green across the board.
This is Operator 6-0. All units confirmed.
We've passed the 50-kilometer threshold and are proceeding toward the target.
Understood. Once you reach their anti-air defenses, proceed to manual attack formation. Then destroy the Goliath-class unit by any means necessary, and gather what data you can.
Understood. 12H down. All units activate manual mode and rely on visuals to evade.
Already engaged. Free movement unlocked.
Origin point of long-range lasers confirmed. "11B, down. Our HO229 cancelers are ineffective.
Alert. Enemy unit sighted ahead.
Requesting permission to engage.
Permission granted.
"7E, down. "1D down. Assuming captain's duties. Multiple surrounding enemy air units confirmed. Requesting permission to assume mobile configuration.
Permission granted.
Ow.
Captain,
Ooh, I wonder if the health we have during this part of the game carries over to the next section, because last time I did this I managed to get through the bullet hell section without taking any damage somehow. And then I was on full health after the mech was destroyed.
2B, we need you to rendezvous with Unit 9S and begin gathering data on the
But if I
local
manage to make it to the post-mech section this time, I wonder if I'll still be on half health, because I just took that hit. Right, I need to pay attention here. This bit requires a degree of concentration. There we go. Right, we learnt before that it tends to be a good idea to stay either at the top or bottom of this Oh, I did get healed. Ah, I wonder what healed me. What was I saying? It tends to be a good idea to stay either at the top or the bottom of the screen firing, because that's where the enemies tend to come from what we've seen. Oh dear. Did those things seek towards me? Or was that just random chance? I noticed despite leveling we didn't get any health back, which is notable. Not saying it's right or wrong, it's just notable. Oh, this section. There we go, we should have this now. Got it. Excellent. I don't know why we look like a young woman, if we're some sort of military android, but far be it from me to criticise. Okay, I see. Sorry, I'm just trying, because I don't want to die immediately again. I'm trying to get a feel for how this actually works. Okay, so can I do this? Yes. Whoa. Nope, 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 nope. Do I have no ability to block? It doesn't seem like it. It seems like I have melee attacks and ranged attacks via this little assistant here. That's about it. That was effective. Okay, this is going better. I still need to be careful though. For that reason. Oh, too late. Alright, back to the start we go. I must be missing something there. I refuse to believe that fighting in melee is supposed to be that dangerous, because if it were, you would just never do it. But the developers have clearly put time into the game to develop a melee system and animate it and so on, so... Yeah, I feel like I'm missing something.
Everything that lives is designed to end. We are perpetually trapped in a never-ending spiral of life and death. Is this a curse? Or some kind of punishment?
Our health did go back up though, didn't it? When the mech was destroyed.
I wonder if we'll ever have the chance to kill him.
So that's the answer to that question.
This is Command. Yorha Squadron, come in.
2B here. All units have penetrated the stratosphere. Autopilot systems green across the board.
This is Operator 6-0. All units confirmed.
We've passed the 50-kilometer threshold and are proceeding toward the target.
Understood. Once you reach their anti-air defenses, proceed to manual attack formation. Then destroy the Goliath-class unit by any means necessary, and gather what data you can.
Understood. 12H down. All units activate manual mode and rely on visuals to evade.
Already engaged. Free movement unlocked.
Origin point of long-range lasers confirmed. "11B, down. Our HO229 cancelers are ineffective."
I can't actually skip this bit, incidentally. I have tried skipping straight to the combat, but nothing seems to work. Anyway, we're here now.
Permission granted.
Down.
Good thing we don't seem to get damaged by our allies exploding. It doesn't seem to make much real life sense, but I do appreciate it.
1D down. Assuming captain's duties.
Oh, okay, good. We don't get hit by projectiles during
Permission
a
granted.
forced cutscene like that. As I was saying before, just staying on top of the enemies is the most effective way to avoid getting hit. Just don't give them time to attack.
Captain, I think
4B down.
Right.
2B to Operator 6-0. All allied units down. The operation is compromised. Awaiting further orders.
Operator to 2B. We need you to rendezvous with
She
you
doesn't
at 9
sound
and begin gathering data
entirely
on the local
confident,
terrain.
does she?
Understood.
The operator. Also, judging from that holographic display, the operator is also a young woman or a facsimile of one. Noticing a pattern is all. Right, again. Just try to stay on top of the enemies. Don't give them time to cover the screen in projectile. Like they just have. Ow. That's on me. That was avoidable. Oh, I do have my shield right now. Okay, good. If I'd realised that, I'd have used it then. Yeah, but I don't have the shield now. Just to confirm. That was interesting. Oh no! That was interesting. I seem to be able to fire as the camera was moving there. In most cases, I had been unable to fire while the camera was moving because that would be part of some sort of cutscene, but as it was changing position there, I could still fire, and that was very useful. Since I was able to take those enemies out before they had a chance to do anything. Give it a go again. Not giving up anytime soon.
Everything that lives is designed
Incidentally, if you have any strong opinions on my
perpetually
streaming this
trapped
game, do let me know.
in a never-ending spiral of life and death. Is this a curse? Or some kind of punishment? I often think about the god who blessed us with this cryptic puzzle, and wonder if we'll ever have the chance to kill him.
You'll
I'm perfectly entertained, but I do realise it's not everyone's cup of tea to see me
have to
fail
mind your
over and over again.
2B here. All units have penetrated the stratosphere. Autopilot systems green across the board.
This is Operator 6-0. All units confirmed.
We've passed the 50-kilometer threshold and are proceeding toward the target.
Understood. Once you reach their anti-air defenses, proceed to manual attack formation. Then destroy the Goliath-class unit by any means necessary, and gather what data you can.
Understood. 12H down. All units activate manual mode and rely on visuals to evade.
Already engaged. Free movement unlocked.
Origin point of long-range lasers confirmed.
When I first started streaming, I used to have a different game for each day that I streamed.
Our HO229 cancel
And, and of course the poetry stream. Whereas now I tend to stick to one game till it's complete, but with something like this, which, you know, I am worried isn't going to be everyone's
Requesting permission to
idea of an ideal stream game, I wonder if I would be better off just doing this one day a week and having something else on the go that's more,
Speed down.
has more popular appeal. I don't know.
One D down. Assuming captain's duties. Multiple surrounding enemy air units confirmed. Requesting permission to assume mobile configuration.
Permission granted.
Oops. Bit of damage there.
Captain, I think...
4B down. "2B to Operator 6-0. All allied units down. The operation is compromised. Awaiting further orders.
Operator to 2B. We need you to rendezvous with Unit 9S and begin gathering data on the local terrain.
Understood.
I do like the music in this game a lot. I was saying that after only having seen about the first 10 minutes of the game at most. But it's nice, isn't it? Ow. Interesting that it's all filtered now. Oh yeah, we've got a full heal there. That was nice. Oh, I'm mucking up. Oh, I just realised. If you played this game enough, you would come to memorise where the enemies come on the screen. Like, exactly how many enemies and when. Ah, did you see that again? I was able to attack while the camera was moving. Ow! No! That was going really well. Until I flew straight into a bunch of those orbs. Vitals green, black box, temperature normal, remaining energy 100%.
Everything that lives is designed to end. We are perpetually trapped in a never-ending spiral of life and death.
Hello
Is this a
Jorah,
curse?
it's lovely to meet
Or some
you.
kind of punishment?
The hard difficulty level is kind of unforgiving in this
I
game.
often think about the god who blessed us with this cryptic puzzle, and wonder if we'll ever
Yeah.
have the chance to kill him.
I did notice they said that you can't use lock-on though, and since I'll probably want to play this game on all difficulty levels, I didn't want to get into the habit of using a mechanic that won't be available to me later on, if that makes sense.
This is Operator 6-0. All units confirmed.
We've passed the 50-kilometer threshold and are proceeding toward the target.
Understood.
Like I say, I don't mind for me at all. I'm having a great time. I just get a little worried about what it's like for the audience when I'm constantly restarting.
H down. All units activate manual mode and rely on visuals to evade.
Already engaged. Free movement unlocked.
Origin point of long-range lasers confirmed. "11B, down. Our HO229...
No worries, Jenny. I hope you have a great shift.
Alert. Enemy unit sighted ahead.
Requesting permission to engage.
Permission granted.
1E down.
I've noticed we have this evade ability, but I haven't yet figured out when I would want to use it.
1D down.
I mean, I assume it's just like a tiny bit of a sprint, isn't it? But generally speaking, when I've died, I haven't felt like it's because I need to move just a few inches more to the left, right, front or back. It's more because I've let myself get into a position where I'm surrounded by projectiles. You know, it's more long-term positioning. I suppose in a situation like that, actually, when I need to suddenly get to the other side of the screen quickly.
To assume mobile configuration.
Ah, but then that's not really evasion.
Captain, I think...
We'll never know what she thought.
4B down. 2B to Operator 6-0. All Allied units down. The operation is compromised. Awaiting further orders.
Operator to 2B. We need you to rendezvous with Unit 9S and begin gathering data on the local terrain.
Understood.
Did my best. Right, now I need to pay attention for this bit. Oh! No! Okay. Managed it more or less. Right. As discussed before... Wait, do I have evasion here? I do. What was I saying? As discussed before, I want to stay at the top of the bottom of the screen firing for when enemies appear. Very notable that them flying into the back of me doesn't damage me. Wait, hold on. Were my attacks just destroying the darker orbs? Which they don't usually destroy. No, they weren't. That's just me being confused. There were no darker orbs on screen. Ow! Uh-oh. This could be going better. Could be going worse. No! I wonder, is this going to be one of those games like Metal Gear Rising where as you level up and particularly complete the game, you'll end up gaining significantly OP abilities and items, and as a result,
or some kind of punishment?
the game gets
Think about the god who blessed us with this cryptic
considerably easier for that
puzzle. I wonder
reason.
if we'll ever have the chance to kill him.
This is Command. Yorha Squadron, come in.
2B here. All units have penetrated the stratosphere. Autopilot systems green across the board.
I never would have got that
Operator 6-0.
Divine Wind achievement on Metal Gear Rising if it weren't for the
Understood.
item that gave you infinite
Proceed to manual attack formation.
oh, what was
Then
it
destroy
called?
the
The
Goliath
special
class
mode
unit
he
by
could
any
go
means
into.
necessary
It
and gather what
wasn't
data you
rage
can.
mode, but it was something like that.
12H down. All units activate manual mode and rely on visuals to evade.
Already engaged. Free movement unlocked.
Origin point of long-range lasers confirmed. 11B, down. Our HO229 cancelers are ineffective.
Alert.
I wonder what an
Enemy
HO229 canceller is.
Requesting permission to engage.
Permission granted.
Perhaps it's some sort of defense system that's supposed to counteract lasers.
7E, down.
Oh, I just evaded into an attack. That wasn't too bright, was it?
One D down. Assuming captain's duties. Multiple surrounding enemy air units confirmed. Requesting permission to assume mobile configuration.
Permission granted.
Right, take as many of them out before they get a chance to even attack.
Captain, I think...
Oh, nearly. That laser was over us for a second. Tactically speaking, there's a bit of a flaw in the laser that
All allied
it
units
appears a good
The
second
operation is
before it
compromised.
becomes
Awaiting further
dangerous.
orders.
Operator to 2B. We need you to rendezvous with Unit 9S and begin gathering data on the local terrain.
Understood.
Let us go! Whoa, ow! That could have gone better, but I think we get a full heal now, don't we? Hold up. Enemies are about to spawn. Oh, maybe we don't. I thought we did. Oh, we did when we leveled. That's alright. Like I say, I imagine an experienced player would just know exactly where the enemies were going to appear every time and would just make sure they attack before it becomes an issue. Right, that section was a lot easier this time because I preempted a lot of it. Right, was that it? Yep. We're on to the post-mech section. I must say, she's awfully well composed for having her mech destroyed about her.
Alert. Large enemy group detected.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Right, now, this is the farthest we've been, because consistently I die in this section. We don't appear to have a block. Honestly, it seems cheap, but the safest way to do this would be to just ranged attack them continuously. I feel like that's not what I'm supposed to do, though. Well, it works. Interesting, what have I just picked up? Whoa, uh-oh. Oh, that was embarrassing. Ah! Move, 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 move! Ah! See, that's the problem. Whenever I move in to try and do something a bit different and a bit more impressive, I get hit. I wonder if at the end of this level I'm going to get ranked on my stylishness or something and I'll score very poorly. Well, progress is progress. What's this? Is this a larger enemy? Oh dear. He's slower than us though, which I think is going to prove fatal for them. Wish I could have done that.
Not quite.
Uh-oh. That's a little concerning. What does that mean?
Is that our target?
Negative. This enemy is unrelated. Proposal. Dispatch it as swiftly as possible.
You don't say.
Ah! Right, so that's... Uh-oh. I must be missing something here. Surely there must be some way I'm supposed to be able to defend myself or evade in that section of the game. Alright, next time we get to the section where we have all the little slow moving robots, I should probably take a little more time to try and figure out the controls.
Everything that lives is designed to end. We are perpetually trapped in a never-ending spiral of life and death. Is this a curse? Or some kind of punishment? I often think about the god who blessed us with this cryptic puzzle, and wonder if we'll ever have the chance to kill him.
This is Command. Yorha Squadron, come in.
2B here. All units have penetrated the stratosphere. Autopilot systems green across the board.
This is Operator 6-0. All units confirmed.
We've passed the 50-kilometer threshold and are proceeding toward the target.
Understood. Once you reach their anti-air defenses, proceed to manual attack formation. Then destroy the Goliath-class unit by any means necessary, and gather what data you can.
Understood. "12H down. All units activate manual mode and rely on visuals to evade.
Already engaged. Free movement unlocked.
Origin point of long-range lasers confirmed. "11B, down. Our HO229 cancelers are ineffective.
Alert. Enemy unit sighted ahead.
Requesting permission to engage.
Permission granted.
Ooh, blimey.
7E, down.
Oh, no. Darn. That was careless of me.
1D down. Assuming captain's duties.
I'll tell you what I might do. Maybe I'll make the Saturday streams a nice slow game, something like RimWorld perhaps,
Enemy air units confirmed.
and then do
Requesting
this
permission to
on
exit mobile
Fridays and Mondays.
Permission granted. Captain, I think...
haven't done RimWorld since,
All
that
Allied
was the
units
first game I
down. The
played on
operation is
stream, wasn't it, RimWorld?
awaiting further orders.
I don't think I've played RimWorld on stream since then.
We need you to rendezvous with
Almost 2
Unit 9S
years
and
ago.
begin gathering data on the local terrain.
Understood.
Ow. There we go. I wonder how I know how close I am to leveling, or do I just not know? That's so annoying, because the game actually took away my ability to move then. When the camera moves, generally speaking, the game limits or takes away your ability to move. And so I'm fairly certain there's nothing I could have done there. I suppose actually it would have required me to have thought about where the projectiles were when I killed the final enemy. I should have been thinking, right, the moment that enemy goes down, I'm going to lose control of the character. Where are the projectiles going to go?
Think about the god who blessed us with this cryptic puzzle, and wonder if we'll ever have the chance to kill him.
This is Command. Yorha Squadron, come in.
2B here. All units have penetrated the stratosphere. Autopilot systems green across the board.
This is Operator 60. All units confirmed.
We've passed the 50-kilometer threshold and are proceeding toward the target.
Understood. Once you reach their anti-air defenses, proceed to manual attack formation. Then destroy the Goliath-class unit by any means necessary, and gather what data you can.
Understood. 12H down. All units activate manual mode and rely on visuals to evade.
Already engaged. Free movement unlocked.
Origin point of long-range lasers confirmed. B, down. Our HO229 cancelers are ineffective.
Alert. Enemy unit sighted ahead.
Requesting permission to engage.
Permission granted.
Oh, blimey.
7E down.
I don't know why it surprises me every time, but it does. Just having this massive laser bisect the screen, it startles me every time.
1D down. Assuming captain's duties.
Hold on. I only just realised. They're flying aircraft, therefore you would assume they're part of an air force, right? Well, wouldn't every single service person flying be a captain?
Permission granted.
I'm pretty sure when you actually look at the ranks of people, personnel in air forces, they end up being much higher ranked than you'd think they'd be, because they have to be very highly trained to even pilot an aircraft.
Captain,
I'm pretty sure normally you'd expect like them all to be captains other than the person that's in overall charge that might be like a major or something like that. Or possibly even a little higher rank than that.
Operator 6-0. All Allied units down. The operation is compromised. Awaiting further orders.
Operator to 2B. We need you to rendezvous with Unit 9S and begin gathering data on the local terrain.
Understood.
So I'd question that taking over captain's duties, or however it was she said it. Uh-oh. Oh dear. Right, we're through it. I've got to admit, right at the very end there, I wasn't sure if I was going to manage it with the mini-boss.
Activating short-range attack gear. Alert. Large enemy group detected.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Right. We've got plenty of time now. So she has quite a lot of vertical mobility. And we have the light attack and the heavy attack. And we know we can fire, but how do we either block or evade? That's what I want to know. I know I could do jumping attacks and what have you, but if I needed... Ahaha! Okay. That's... She can do a little dash. That's a big deal. That's probably how I was supposed to avoid the boss's attack earlier. You do not have authority to perform that command. Interesting. I wonder what that would have done. Alright. Let's just open up on these enemies. Since this is by far the safest way of dealing with them. $50G obtained. Oh, is this a currency or something we're acquiring? Wait. What happened there? I attacked them, but our character perished. I don't understand that. Very odd. Very odd indeed.
Everything that lives is designed to end. We are perpetually trapped in a never-ending spiral of life and death. Is this a curse? Or some kind of punishment? I often think about the god who blessed us with this cryptic puzzle, and wonder if we'll ever have the chance to kill him.
This is Command. Yorha Squadron, come in.
2B here. All units have penetrated the stratosphere. Autopilot systems green across the board.
This is Operator 60. All units confirmed.
We've passed the 50-kilometer threshold and are proceeding toward the target.
Understood. Once you reach their anti-air defenses, proceed to manual attack formation. Then destroy the Goliath-class unit by any means necessary, and gather what data you can.
Understood. 12H down. All units activate manual mode and rely on visuals to evade.
Just waiting for the game to start properly.
Unlocked.
Origin point of long-range lasers confirmed.
I can't skip that section, and obviously after we've seen it a certain number of times, there's not exactly much I can add.
Cancelers are ineffective.
Alert. Enemy unit sighted ahead.
Here we go.
Requesting permission to engage.
Permission granted.
Oh,
70 down. One D down. Assuming captain's duties. Multiple surrounding enemy air units confirmed. Requesting permission to assume mobile configuration.
Permission granted.
oh, I've just noticed. Look at those things more closely. Those are the same robots that we fight on the inside. They're just on little floating platforms with guns. It's hard to see from this angle, but when we had that close-up just now, it was plain as day.
Captain, I think 4B down.
They've got quite a distinctive design as well, don't they? With their hemispherical head and then cylindrical body with little arms and legs coming off.
Operator to 2B.
What's betting
Run
that
to Unit 9S and begin gathering data on the local terrain.
Understood.
there's merchandise of them. Quite a distinctive yet simple design, I should say. Not that that's a criticism or anything, just an observation. Right, this bit's going a bit better than it usually does. How long will my luck hold out, though? Uh-oh. I may have mucked up here. Yep, I'd lost control. I don't like that. I do not like that as a game mechanic. The fact that if you do sufficiently poorly in a section, that you can effectively win, but then the game forces you to lose anyway. Because at that, what had gone wrong there was I had allowed that enemy to live too long, and they had filled the screen with too many projectiles. Alright, fair enough, that's on me. But in spite of that, I managed to survive long enough and get an angle on them to take them out. Good. But then I automatically lost because I lose control of the
Is this a curse?
mech's movements when the camera moves.
I often think about the god who blessed us with this cryptic puzzle, and wonder if we'll ever have the chance to kill him.
It is what it is.
This is Command. Yorha Squadron, come in.
2B here. All units have penetrated the stratosphere. Autopilot systems green across the board.
This is Operator 60. All units confirmed.
We've passed the 50-kilometer threshold and are proceeding toward the target.
Understood. Once you reach their anti-air defenses, proceed to manual attack formation. Then destroy the Goliath-class unit by any means necessary, and gather what data you can.
Understood. 12H down. All units activate manual mode and rely on visuals to evade.
Already engaged. Free movement unlocked.
Origin point of long-range lasers confirmed. "11B, down. Our HO229 cancelers are ineffective.
Alert. Enemy unit sighted ahead.
Requesting permission to engage.
Permission granted.
Oh, that's interesting. I'm pretty sure those enemies managed to fly through my projectiles when they spawned in. Right, I did not do a very good job there, but we survived.
Down. Assuming captain's duties.
Right, so when the camera moves, when we go into mobile mode, as they put it, have a good look at one of those enemies. It's the same enemies we end up in combat with. There they are. It's the same enemies we end up in combat with when we're on the inside of the facility, outside of the mech. Ah, a little assistant that fires the... Uh-oh. That was close. That fires the bullets. That has the same voice as the entity that responds when we ask to have manual control, doesn't it? The entity that says already engaged or something like that. So I wonder if that little assistant is actually, as I speculated before, part of the mech. That was close. Ow. Uh-oh. Whoa, whoa. You'd think I'd get better at that over time. But you'd think wrong. Okay. Could have been a lot worse. We haven't leveled yet, and I think it's because I didn't kill as many enemies earlier on. Oh, we've leveled now. Ow, we took a hit. No. Oh dear. What could I have done differently that time? Other than just be better.
Everything that lives is designed to end. We are perpetually trapped in a
I do wish I could
never-ending
skip this
spiral of
bit.
life and death. Is this a curse?
I mean,
Or
I
some kind of
appreciate the developer
punishment?
wants to tell their story, but
I often think about the god who blessed us with this cryptic puzzle, and wonder if we'll ever have the chance to kill him.
we've heard it a fair few times already.
This is Command. Yorha Squadron, come in.
2B here. All units have penetrated the stratosphere. Autopilot systems green across the board.
What are those tail things coming off those jets? Because you can see the 4 jet engines, so it's not a jet engine.
Proceeding toward the target.
Understood. Once you reach their anti-air defenses, proceed to manual attack formation. Then destroy the Goliath-class unit by any means necessary, and gather what data you can.
Understood. "12H down. All units activate manual mode and rely on visuals to evade."
Already engaged. Free movement unlocked.
Yes, that's the voice. I think that's the same voice as the little assistant we have when we're in outside of the mech.
11B down. Our HO229 cancelers are ineffective.
Alert. Enemy unit sighted ahead.
Requesting permission to engage.
Permission granted.
Oh, close.
7E down.
I nearly flew straight into that. I just noticed our colleagues here, they opened fire before the enemies were on screen, interestingly enough.
1D down. Assuming captain's duty.
I wonder if they can see off screen.
Multiple surrounding enemy air units confirmed. Requesting permission to assume mobile configuration.
Permission granted.
I've just noticed. It's just a propeller underneath those robots that's making them fly. You can actually see the propeller blades moving. Oh dear.
Captain, I think...
4B down. "2B to Operator 6-0. All allied units down. The operation is compromised. Awaiting further orders."
Operator to 2B. We need you to rendezvous with Unit 9S and begin gathering data on the local terrain.
Understood.
Right, here's the bit I need to pay attention to. Ow. We got off lightly, really. Yeah, you can see how much earlier we leveled this time because we got more kills. Ow, took some damage there. We survived though. Oh, we got to the boss. No, no. What? It's never done that before. It has never done that once before. That was new.
Everything that lives is designed to end. We are perpetually trapped in a never-ending spiral of life and death.
Devs could really troll their players by
punishment.
giving a
I
boss a
often
new
think about the
move
God who
and
blessed us with this cryptic puzzle,
a new attack and not
wonder if
telling
we'll
them in the
ever have
patch
chance
notes,
to
couldn't
kill
they?
him.
This is Command. Yorha Squadron, come in.
2B here. All units have penetrated the stratosphere. Autopilot
For
systems
example,
green
if the
across
Elden
board.
Ring devs did that on April
This is
Fool's
Operator
Day or
6-0.
something,
All
can you
units
imagine?
confirmed.
We've passed the 50-kilometer threshold and are proceeding toward the target.
Understood. Once you reach their anti-air defenses, proceed to manual attack formation. Then destroy the Goliath-class unit by any means necessary, and gather what data you can.
Understood. "12H down. All units activate manual mode and rely on visuals to evade.
Already engaged. Free movement unlocked.
Origin point of long-range lasers confirmed.
Ooh, nearly.
11B, down. Our HO229 cancelers are ineffective.
Alert. Enemy unit sighted ahead.
Ooh.
Requesting permission to engage.
When we were outside of the mech, and I pressed one of the buttons on the controller, and was told you do not have authorization to use this command, I wonder if that could be the button that usually corresponds to the lock-on mechanic. If you have it enabled, if you're playing on a difficulty below hard. That would make some sense, wouldn't it? I was assuming it was just something really useful that we hadn't unlocked yet. Like block. Or some sort of ultimate attack.
Surrounding enemy air units confirmed. Requesting permission to assume mobile configuration.
Permission granted.
I'll tell you what, if this game had multiplayer and you could have
Captain, I think...
2 players
4B down.
doing sections like this, they could probably... 2 good players could
2B to operator 6-0. All
could
allied
probably
units
do
down.
very, very
The
well.
operation is compromised. Awaiting further orders.
So as I was saying before, like the best way it seems to handle the enemies in this game is attack them before they get a chance to attack. But with 2 players, they could divide up the screen and each be responsible for part of it. Which I suspect would be extremely effective. Blimey, got through that without getting knocked once. Alright, this bit usually goes well, doesn't it? It's the next bit that tends to go wrong. If anything does. Ow! Again, I couldn't have avoided that. The game just took control. Uh-oh, I've mucked up. I should have dealt with these much quicker. Okay. This works much better if I keep my distance, it seems. Okay, that's given me some breathing room. And we're through. Huzzah!
Alert. Heavy damage. Standard toxic legal test estimated.
I'm convinced that's the same voice as we heard earlier on.
Alert. Large enemy group detected.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Right. Well, we know the safest way to deal with these. What went wrong last time? It was that I attacked an enemy, but I got damaged, wasn't it? Which I didn't quite understand. I am convinced that I'm supposed to be melee attacking a lot of these enemies, but I just cannot... I just don't know how I would go about that safely. That's the problem. Right, and then after them it's the big one, isn't it? The one that's about twice as tall. Yep, there they are. No thank you.
Enemies destroyed.
Not quite. Is that our target?
Negative. This enemy is unrelated. Proposal. Dispatch it as swiftly as possible.
You don't say.
No! I thought I was out the way. I wasn't. Oh dear. I think I will drop down to normal difficulty. I'll just try and not use the lock-on. I have to be pragmatic.
Everything that lives is designed to end. We are perpetually trapped in a never-ending spiral of life and death. Is this a curse? Or some kind of punishment? I often think about the god who blessed us with this cryptic puzzle, and wonder if we'll ever have the chance to kill him.
This is Command. Yorha Squadron, come in.
2B here. All units have penetrated the stratosphere. Autopilot systems green across the board.
This is Operator 6-0. All units confirmed.
We've passed the 50-kilometer threshold and are proceeding toward the target.
Understood. Once you reach their anti-air defenses, proceed to manual attack formation. Then destroy the Goliath-class unit by any means necessary, and gather what data you can.
Understood. 12H down. All units activate manual mode and rely on visuals to evade.
Already engaged. Free movement unlocked.
Origin point of long-range lasers confirmed. "11B, down. Our HO229 cancelers are ineffective.
Alert. Enemy unit sighted ahead.
Requesting permission to engage.
Permission granted.
Whoa.
7E, down. Down. Assuming captain's duty. Multiple surrounding enemy air units confirmed. Requesting permission to assume mobile configuration.
Permission granted.
Ow. Oh, that was a tiny amount of damage. That was practically nothing at all.
Captain, I think...
Oh.
4B down. "2B to Operator 6-0. All Allied units down. The operation is compromised. Awaiting further orders."
Operator to 2B. We need you to rendezvous with Unit 9S and begin gathering data on the local terrain.
Understood.
Oh, they're not even attacking as aggressively as they normally do. Ow. But that barely hurt us this time. Oh wow. If we weren't on normal, we would have just lost there, because that would have been my second hit. Ow. And that definitely would have led to a loss. Certainly letting me play a lot more sloppily, isn't it? Right, now we're going to have an opportunity to check if my theory about the lock-on ability is correct. Oh, we hold B to skip.
Activating short-range attack gear.
I wonder if that would have worked at the beginning of the game. We didn't get anything telling us that we could skip,
Large enemy group detected.
Yes, I'm aware of
but
that.
I was only trying to press buttons, not hold them. That's exactly what it is. It's lock on. Ah. Right, since we can get away with it, perhaps we can mix in a few heavy attacks. Ah, their eyes light up, I think, when they're planning to attack. Ow! Just spawn on top of me, why don't you? Excellent. Okay, they can be stunned. Stun locked. Good to know. Well, that went a little better.
Destroyed.
Not quite.
Right, here we go.
Is that our target?
Negative. This enemy is unrelated. Proposal. Dispatch it as swiftly as possible.
You don't say.
Oh, it can't do anything. For a second.
Laser communications recovered.
Toby, I'm transmitting your pod program.
Oh, I missed my chance there for a heavy attack.
Pod program download complete.
Oh, I don't like this. All the little projectiles. I don't know how I keep evading those attacks. Let me try again. I don't know how I keep evading those attacks. I didn't evade that one. I'm stuck here. Did we do it? So it would seem. Well, hey, progress. Is that 9S?
Better make sure he's actually dead next time. That was dangerous, man.
Unit
You're
data's
2B,
been
right?
updated.
My name's 9S. I'm here to provide support.
Copy that.
So, was that big old buzzsaw the Goliath you came here to take out?
No, just another defensive system.
Oh, well, I guess we have to find the target then, huh? I've got a flight unit, so I'll take a look around the perimeter.
All right, I'll work my way inside from the ground.
Okay. Unit data has been updated. Oh, we have a proper menu now. System menu. The system menu allows you to check intel, change gear, adjust settings and more. Okay. You can't save now. Map mode, map icons, quests, items, restorative items, you say. Interesting. That would have been nice to have known about. Small sword, large sword. Okay. Our small swords. Okay. Skills. Fire a powerful laser in the direction that the pod is facing. Okay, I don't know how I do that. Oh, there's our our health and experience and what have you. Oh, maybe it's equipped. No, I think it was equipped before. Huh. Don't fully understand that. Standard machines. Small stubby. The most common of the small machine life forms. These machine life forms, you say? Interesting. These units bear a similarity to spring-powered toys created by humans in the past. This was likely done for the sake of increased productivity. The machine life forms are built from modular parts that have many variations. Equipped with projectile weapons, these units attack by firing energy rounds. While the masses of energy travel slowly, they have enough firepower to easily destroy an android's armor. Medium biped. The medium-sized machine life form possesses large human-like limbs. These arms give it tremendous versatility in battle as it can equip a great many weapons. Flyer, a small machine life form outfitted with a flight device. Its firearm launches slow-moving energy pulses that can damage even the armor of an android, while the wire in the bottom of the flight device allows it to transport other machine life forms when necessary. Oh, so we can expect them to drop more in then. Drop in reinforcements. A medium-sized machine life form outlined with 4 flight devices. Sorry, outfitted. That makes more sense. A medium-sized machine life form outfitted with 4 flight devices, armed with guns at the top of the device and wire cutters on its side, is capable of taking on enemies in both close and long-range combat. The wires on the bottom of the flight devices allow them to transport other machine life forms when necessary. And there's that thing. A massive Goliath-class machine life form that resembles heavy machinery of old. While it appears to have been constructed solely for its destructive abilities, a closer look at its features tells a different story. While in combat, it comes after foes with a repurposed bucket wheel excavator. What's a weapon story? How long can I fight amidst this bloody vortex of a battlefield? How long, I wonder? Interesting. Well, there we go. Right, where am I off to? Down here, presumably. Why? Why fire on this? Great. I can see no reason to do that. Oh, that's interesting. She pulled herself up. I assume if we fall down there, that's it. So over here, presumably? Nope. There seems to be an invisible wall there. This way, perhaps. Nope. Is there an invisible wall this way? Yes, I think so. Huh. Nope, we can't damage that. Were we supposed to go up there? I'm not rightly sure. I don't think so. The only thing is, I'm not although there are some invisible walls here, I don't know how much I can rely upon them. Will the game really not let me fall? Oh, okay, so sometimes it'll bring me back. That's good to know. I thought we were just about to have to go back to the beginning of the game after that. Hello? That's what it must have wanted me to fire at, not the crate. That makes more sense. Excellent. Well, there's an enemy over there, which is a big clue that that's the way we're supposed to be going. I don't think we'd make the jump, though. We're not even allowed to go that way. Interesting. We can use our little assistant to slow our fall. Ah, that's how. That went poorly. There we go. Still getting to grips with some of the controls, I fear. What's that off in the distance? That's projectiles coming towards us. Right, can they fire up? Looks like it. I do like the music. I may have to look up who did this music. It's a very classical meets rock style, isn't it? Which reminds me a bit of the Madoka Magica music. Although definitely the mood they're trying to evoke here is a bit different.
Ma'am?
What is it?
I was going to send you the map data I collected earlier.
Do it.
So we have a mini-map now, wonderful. Ah, I see. Oh dear. Suboptimal. Wait, since when have we had a ranged melee attack? I know that sounds like a contradiction in terms, but... that is a very long sword. Broken key obtained. Interesting, I wonder what that's for. Ah, there's something down there. How would we get to it? What stops us from getting to it this side? Ah ha ha! Oh, we can slice projectiles if we time it right. I'm not sure that's generally a good idea, but it is possible. What would happen if I clicked B at that moment? Dunno. Right, where was the thingy-mabob? Here it is. I don't know what just happened, but well, it's a thing. Ow! That hurt. Dented plate obtained. I'm not giving up that easily. Ow! If we were on hard difficulty, this would not have lasted this long, I strongly suspect. Got ya. We have this weird halo around our waist and on our swords. Interesting. I don't know if we missed something down here or not. I don't think so. Let's keep going then.
Exit confirmed closed.
So open.
Negative. Nearby enemies are jamming our signal.
Nothing's ever easy.
Ow! No! 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 Oh, the halo's gone, but we got some health back. Interesting. Wait, did I just block? Surely not. No, I don't think so. Oh, no, 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 no! Wow, I don't know what I just did there. Ow! Why is it that keeps giving us health back? I'm not complaining. It's just a little surprising is all. Factory recon. Locate the Goliath class unit.
You know, ma'am, I'm glad you're here.
Why?
Scanners like me mostly work alone. Scouting out
Scanners.
enemy lines and all that. I don't usually get a partner. It's kind of fun.
Emotions are prohibited.
Sorry, ma'am.
And another thing, stop calling me ma'am.
Huh?
It's unnecessary.
All right, then. To be it is.
I wonder what the Japanese for that was. Blimey. So that's what the bee does. I think I've got caught on a ladder. Rusty bolt obtained. Wonderful. Just what I've always wanted. Interesting. So I could go up that way if I wished, or I could continue this way. Okay. Whoa! They took me by surprise a bit. So what happens if we go the other way? Oh, we're not allowed. We're not allowed. We have to go this way, I think. Oh, nope. Mucked that up. Still very much getting used to the controls, unfortunately. Stop hiding from me!
Analysis. This elevator's controls are locked and cannot be used.
This place sure is big.
I guess humans used to use it as a weapons factory, but now it's just crawling with machines. The enemy seems to have repurposed the facility to increase their overall machine production.
So if we don't destroy it, they'll just keep coming.
I think that dialogue got cut off. How do I use a small recovery? Because this seems like the time, doesn't it? Bunch more currency. Oh dear. Magma and more bots. Okay. Noted. Oh my goodness. If we were playing this on hard difficulty and we couldn't really afford to take a single hit, I just don't know how we would manage. Like, it's interesting that you can use a melee attack to block a ranged attack, a projectile, but when it only takes 2 projectile hits to perish, I just don't know why you would ever do it. How do I do that? I really wish I knew. Ow. Does the dash do an evade if you're really close? I can't access this right now. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Interesting. So what about over here? We didn't check this way, did we?
What?
It's just accessing random, nonsensical data from the old world. There's no actual meaning behind anything machines do.
We're machines.
Thank you for another day of hard work. Please destroy the job well done.
dear. Thank goodness for heavy attacks. And thank goodness they're so slow moving. I'm not sure these ones are as slow moving, they might be. Oh, excellent. Broken key obtained. I'm still not clear on which of the two directions we were supposed to go in. I'm going to try the other way because there's a symbol off in that direction, so far as if I'm reading the map correctly, which I think might be the Goliath class enemy that we're seeking, so I'll try going the other way because I want to try all the side paths and what have you so that we don't miss anything, useful items, that type of thing. Oh, we've been here before. I'm pretty sure. I think that's just a shortcut back. Why, though? Why would we need the capacity to backtrack in this game? Are we going to be leaving here in a hurry or something? Oh, goodness me. Oh wait, there's something there I nearly missed.
Analysis. This elevator's controls are locked and cannot be used.
But the game did indicate that we might be able to activate it later, which is interesting. Locate the Goliath class unit. In here?
Alert. Bulletproof apparatus detected on enemies. Close range combat is advised.
I know.
So that's to stop players from just spamming ranged attacks and doing nothing else. Uh-oh. Ow. Oh, I'm doing really badly. I haven't quite got the cadence of the attacks down. Oh my goodness. When we go into the menu, is the game paused? It is. So I could use a small recovery now, if I so chose. Excellent. Okay, I guess we keep going.
I surveyed the entire factory, but couldn't find anything resembling our target.
Maybe they, I don't know, moved it somewhere?
Interesting. These pieces of cloth seem to be absolutely solid.
Is that?
You mean the birds? Yeah, there's more plants and animals here than there used to be. Probably because the environment's changed.
Okay, so we're probably in some sort of post-apocalyptic world by the sounds of things. Machine oil obtained. Wonderful. Down there, I suppose. Let's go. Maybe it's time to use another recovery since we just picked up a medium recovery. I'll probably only use another small one though. There we go. Not quite full health, but hopefully that'll do. Now, is this going to be where we encounter the other Goliath class unit?
There should be another facility across that bridge. It's a bit of a hike, but should we check it out? It's not like Command to get a location wrong. I guess even they get bad intel from time to time, huh?
And we're about to get attacked. Ah, two of them.
Alert. High-power jamming detected. No response from long-range communications.
Doesn't matter. I'll just take him out.
Oh, no, 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 no. Ow, 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 ow. Actually, did we take any damage there? No. I'm not entirely sure why we didn't, but I'm not complaining. Oh, it's gonna start shooting projectiles soon. No. How am I supposed to block that? No, seriously, what am I supposed to do here? Paused? I can't use health items. Okay. This might be game. Attacking doesn't help. We're taking heavy damage. I think we're down. Yep. Not much I could do there, unfortunately. I wonder what I was supposed to do. I couldn't seem to jump high enough to stay out of the way. And because there was two of them,
Everything
just
that lives
running
is
out the way
designed
didn't
to
really
end.
work either.
We are perpetually trapped in a never-ending spiral of life and death. Is this a curse?
We know
Or
we
some
don't
kind
seem
of
to have any
punishment?
sort of ability to block.
I often think about the god who blessed us with this cryptic puzzle, and wonder if we'll ever have the chance to kill him.
What else could we have done?
This is Command. Your
I
house
don't know.
squadron, come in.
2B here. All units have penetrated the stratosphere. Autopilot systems green across the board.
This is Operator 60. All units confirmed.
We've passed the 50
I wonder how
kilometer
far in we
threshold
have
and
to
are
get
proceeding
before we
towards
get the
target.
ability to save.
Understood. Once you reach their anti-air defenses, proceed
Because
to
it felt
manual
like we were
attack
quite a
formation.
long way
Then
into the
destroy
game at that
Goliath
point.
class unit by any means necessary, and gather
You know,
what
to have
data you
not
can.
seen any
Understood.
save point.
12H down. All units activate.
Alright, I
manual
better
mode and
concentrate.
rely on
It'd be
visible
pretty
state.
embarrassing if after all that I lost in the opening sequence again.
Origin point of long-range lasers confirmed.
No.
11B down. Our HO229 cancelers are ineffective.
Right, here we go.
Alert. Enemy unit sighted ahead.
Requesting permission to engage.
Permission granted.
Down.
Oh. Okay, not too bad.
One D down. Assuming captain's duties.
Bit of a shame about taking that hit, but still.
Multiple surrounding enemy air units confirmed. Requesting permission to assume mobile configuration.
Permission granted.
Here we go. I wonder what proportion of their attacks are the ones that can't be destroyed, the darker purple ones.
I think.
I think it's 50-50. Or more like 1 to 3. Oh, sorry, 1 to 2.
Operator 6-0. All allied units down. The operation is compromised. Awaiting further orders.
Operator to 2B. We need you to rendezvous with Unit 9S and begin gathering data on the local terrain.
Understood.
Right. I need to concentrate on this bit, 'cause it's very easy to crash. Like I nearly did there. Right. Keep firing, because enemies are about to appear. Right, not too bad, not too bad. Ow! I wish I hadn't taken a hit there. Ow! That was a hit that I couldn't have avoided. That was absolutely awful when we were trying hard difficulty and the camera would move and you'd be hit in a way which was unavoidable. On normal difficulty it's not so bad. Excellent. Right, we've got through the opening sequence.
Heavy damage. Standard combat laser
Oh, I forgot to hold to skip, didn't I? I was going to test that at the beginning of the game to see if that works.
enemy group detected.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Wait, can I? Oh my goodness. I've only just realised we can melee attack and fire at the exact same time. If I'm moving into melee attack, there is literally no reason for me to stop firing with the guns. It's not like we have limited ammo or anything. This changes everything. Kind of embarrassing, I've only just realised this. Really?
Enemies destroyed.
Not quite.
Right, wish me luck.
Is that our target?
I'm still not very good at this.
Enemy is unrelated. Proposal: dispatch it as swiftly as possible.
You don't say.
I can even dash when I'm using the guns. There's literally no reason for me to take my finger off the trigger. No, no! Ow!
Laser communications recovered.
2B, I'm transmitting your pod program.
Ow! That could have gone badly.
Pod program download complete.
I don't like what it's trying to do. Maybe that's how I was supposed to deal with the other boss fight when there's two of them. Maybe the trick is just that I'm supposed to be hyper aggressive and just not give them the chance to pin me.
Better make sure he's actually dead next time. That was dangerous, man. You're 2B, right? My name's 9S. I'm here to provide support.
Copy that.
So, was that big old buzzsaw the Goliath you came here to take out?
No, just another defensive system.
Oh. Well, I guess we have to find the target then, huh? I've got a flight unit, so I'll take a look around the perimeter.
All right, I'll work my way inside from the ground.
Oh, something over there. Let's keep going. I wonder, can I Yeah, because of the guns suppressing their fire, I can actually move in safely to melee range if I just keep firing. Well, safely-ish. I did take a hit there. Is it really the case, though, that I would just have the guns constantly firing? It's just, if my finger's constantly held down, why wouldn't you... Why would you make the player have to
ma'am?
control that?
What is it?
I was going to send you the map data I collected earlier.
Do it.
Right, there was an enemy that appears around here, wasn't there? But when I fought them before, I didn't know about the whole... I can range attack and melee attack simultaneously, so it was a bit harder then.
Exit confirmed closed.
So open it.
Negative. Nearby enemies are jamming our signal.
Nothing's ever easy.
I think the enemies that were just off camera were being more passive than the ones that are on camera. Which is nice from a game design point of view. So it'd be very frustrating to be suddenly taken out by a bunch of enemies you couldn't see. Although admittedly, if I'm right, that does also mean it's exploitable. Where are you? You're somewhere about here, aren't you? There you are. Oh! Ow, ow, ow! I do hope there isn't a finite amount of ammo. That I'm not going to discover that, oh yeah, you begin the game with 10,000 rounds. And you've used them all. You're making
ma'am,
much better time this.
I'm glad you're here.
Why?
Scanners like me mostly work alone. Scouting out enemy
This must
lines
be
and
the
all that,
shortcut we
I
opened
don't
up.
usually get a partner. It's kind of fun.
Are
Emotions
going to.
prohibited.
Sorry, ma'am.
And
What was I
another thing,
saying? Yeah, we're
stop
getting through this a lot
calling me Mary.
faster this time, aren't we?
It's unnecessary.
All right then. To be it is.
Didn't do a very good job there. It has to be said. I think that's all of them. we go. I must say, I'm still a little worried that once we get to the boss fight we failed on before, that we'll just fail again. Not to be pessimistic or anything. Or mini boss fight, was probably only a mini boss. Oh, look at those enemies in the background. I wonder if those are actual enemies we're going to encounter, or if it's just there for thematic purposes. Oh wow! Did you see us clip through the wall there? We ended up on the other side of the wire fence when we used that finishing move. There you are. Literally right above my head. There we go.
Analysis. This elevator's controls are locked and cannot be used.
This place sure is big.
I guess humans used to use it as a weapons factory, but now it's just crawling with machines. The enemy seems to have repurposed the facility to increase their overall machine production.
The enemy.
Destroy it. They'll just
Oh,
keep coming.
no. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, and I'm not allowed to heal. Now I am. Interesting. Why was I allowed to access my healing items now, but not a few seconds before? What actually mechanically made the difference? Is it time since I was last hit? Is it enemies within a certain distance? I wonder. Ow. It's also remarkable that even on normal difficulty, even the lowest level enemy can do you a lot of mischief if you give them a chance. Ow. Ow! Ow! No! Alright. I'm not moving in for melee. It's not worth the risk. Ow. Mucked that up a bit. But hey ho, we survived. Whoa. Back off. Ow! Get up. I don't know why I'm doing so badly all of a sudden. Okay, bit more healing. We have recovered. I'm not allowed in there at this time, which is interesting. Right, this is the shortcut I alluded to. Now that's open. Again, why we need to have a shortcut back to an area we've already been, I don't know. This way, isn't it? I think. Yes. This way. So, 9S...
Accessing random, nonsensical data from the old one. There's no actual meaning behind
did refer to them as the enemy, so presumably there is some sort of war going on? Oh, I remember this bit. We get absolutely swamped with enemies, don't we? I seem to remember they are super duper slow though. Yeah, so slow they're not really a threat. Oops. Ow. Well, that's karma. Not karma, irony. Phew! That could have been a little easier. Or could have gone a bit smoother, perhaps, would be a better way of putting it. Right, let's keep going. We're nearly as far as we were before. Ow. Right, presumably... Oh, we can go back. There is a ladder. I was just about to say, with that long drop, presumably this is a point of no return, but no, that doesn't appear to be the case. Ah, these lifts. I bet those are shortcuts as well. I bet once we reach a certain point, we're able to use them to take us back to earlier areas.
Alert. Bulletproof apparatus detected on enemies. Close range combat is advised.
I know.
Ow! What was after this? Was it a couple of the medium-sized ones? I think so. Yeah. Yes, it was. Right, so I don't think my bullets flying back at me is a problem. I don't think it can harm me. Which is good to know. Ow. I wouldn't say I handled that very well, but we got through it. Oh, no, there's more. I forgot about this bit. And then some more spawn down here, don't they? And then we end up in a section where there's enemies at the top and the bottom. Wait, what caused us to heal? Oh, we leveled. We went to level 4, that'll be it. Excellent.
I surveyed the entire factory, but couldn't find anything resembling our target.
Maybe they, I don't know.
Natural
moved
rubber
it somewhere.
obtained. Hmm.
Is that?
You mean the birds? Yeah, there's more plants and animals here than there used to be. Probably because the environment has changed.
That's interesting. The same thing happened again. Is my not being able to access the inventory actually to do with being animation locked? Oh, we're nearly on full health anyway. So if I'm running, I can. If I'm attacking, I can't. That could be it, couldn't it? I'll have to test that when we get to the mini-boss fight. Which we're just about to do. Right next to it. So we have this new technology of being able to do ranged attacks and melee attacks simultaneously. Which may help. But in the grand scheme of things, I don't really have a good answer to when both of those excavators sweep the ground at the same time. They just cover such a large range. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to get out of the way. We'll see. Right, here we go. It's about to trigger.
There should be another facility across that bridge. It's a bit of a hike, but should we check it out? It's not like Command to get a location wrong. I guess even they get bad intel from time to time, huh?
I wouldn't bet on that.
Alert. High power jamming detected.
Ah, okay,
No
we
response
can
from
use...
long-range communications.
Doesn't matter. I'll just take him out.
Ow, okay, I got too close. Ow! Phew. I don't think I'm going to get in close quickly enough. What was I thinking? So I can heal. That much has been established. Was that some sort of super dodge? It seemed like it, didn't it? Maybe that's how I do it? Maybe it's about timing the evasion button right? Why wouldn't I just spam it though if that's the case? It seems a lot like it, doesn't it? It is getting rather silly. Just holding down the fire button, spamming evade, and we don't die, and we just do continuous low levels of damage, and when it gets stunned out then we can go in for some heavy damage. Like so. Wait, what?
Is that?
Target enemy detected.
Interesting. So this is the boss fight. Those excavators aren't damaged. Oh my. We may have a problem here. Interesting that they bothered to give it a face. If it's a robot, why does it need a human face? It's like even on that scale they want to make them more like androids. Oh, this is difficult to control. Did evade work there? Yes. So the silly spamming evade thing does work. I mean, we're doing a lot better now, it just doesn't feel like skill. It feels like just discovering the exploits that this particular game has. Ow. They're still doing nothing. I'm still hammering evade, so that might have something to do with it, but... Really? Hello?
To me!
Oh, I nearly skipped, because I thought that was going to be like a Metal Gear Rising like button prompt.
What's your status?
This is the target. I'm going to destroy.
Right. I'll provide support.
What's it doing?
Incoming enemy attack from below. Proposal. Evade.
Well, I'll try. Oh, it's going for the same thing, isn't it? Out the way. Good thing it gives us plenty of time. Ow! My evade didn't work that time. Just a second. And the animations.
Packing in.
Okay. Blimey.
Boost!
Oh dear. NieR is on board. Interesting.
9S!
9S black box signal detected.
Right, time to heal, definitely. We'll treat ourselves to medium recovery.
I'm going after him.
Oh, now the boss becomes a level to navigate. I like this. Oh, is he about to wake up? Or she? I don't know. Could be a she. She's awake.
Send a support request to command.
Negative. Communications have been jammed.
Interesting. There you are. I was wondering where you'd be. I could see you there, but we couldn't get to you. I'm having difficulty using the ladder. There we go. Oh dear. What makes me think it's not going to be so easy to get to them?
I have to help 9S. I have to repair him. Pod, get me staunching gel and logic virus vaccines. Then
I thought
access
emotions were banned.
The subject's vital signs are too poor to attempt field repair in
Shut up!
current.
Just do what I say.
2B. Just go.
You shut up too.
We're soldiers. We take pride in our service.
Why does it sound like he's having difficulty talking, specifically in a...
9 flight unit. Command 677 received. Usage rights transferred from 9S to 2B. Requesting acknowledgement.
Please.
specifically in a tense diaphragm type way? Because being an android, I'd assume he doesn't have a diaphragm. You never took the target out, did you? Are we going to do that now? So it would seem. I don't exactly know what I can do here apart from that which I am. Oh boy. So that's where those lasers were coming from.
It talks? I didn't know the machines had that kind of intelligence.
I thought you were a machine though. Wait!
This is a target. Hacking in to provide support.
Oh blimey, 2B's still up. I remember in Dragon Ball Z, there's that whole android saga where the so-called androids attack, but actually it's a mistranslation and they're cyborgs.
Take it over.
Is that what's going on here? Is 2B and 9S and the rest of the Yorha fleet? Blimey. Are they cyborgs?
Upper arm. Seized from enemy unit. Marking weak point. Got it.
Oh wait, I'm back in control.
Seize its control system.
Affirmative. Infiltrating enemy subunit. Behavior table adjusted. Balance controls overridden. Enemy unit subjugation complete.
Okay. This is interesting. Blimey. I'm still half expecting Metal Gear Rising type button prompts.
You just die already!
Talk about bringing the battle to them. Ought to be.
If they're
Contact
cyborgs,
command. Request assistance.
that might explain why they said about emotions
Doesn't look
being
like that's
prohibited.
going to be necessary.
Since why would they
Oh, great.
Why would they program them with emotions in the first place if they were androids that they wanted to have no emotions?
I don't imagine that this is going to end well. The black box. It's ready.
Right.
Why are their eyes covered anyway? Maybe they have sensors instead of eyes and it's considered to be sufficiently...
Requesting destruction of enemy hostiles via black box reaction.
I was going to say sufficiently unaesthetically pleasing.
Tubi, it was an honor to fight with you.
That they wear those.
Truly.
The honor was mine.
So what is this? An explosive instead of, you know, an actual black box in the conventional sense? So it would seem. Resuscitated body. Stare into space from the bunker. Yep, so it seems like death isn't really death for them. That does suggest that they are androids, not cyborgs, though. Because you'd have thought after an explosion like that, if there was a brain, it would have been destroyed. Saving possible. Okie doke, sounds like a good idea. Excellent. Right, I'm actually going to suggest we stop there. Since I tend to find actually games like this more demanding than other sorts of games, so I may change my plan in the interim, but I'm currently thinking I might make tomorrow's stream a much slower paced chill game, perhaps something like RimWorld, and then Monday I'll be back to this. If I don't do that, then I'll just be doing this tomorrow. But that's my current thinking. Yeah, so upcoming streams tomorrow, whatever that will be, from 4 o'clock, Monday, and next Friday. That's the plan. What else? If for any reason my streaming schedule should change, then I shall announce it on social media, which currently means X, formerly known as Twitter, Mastodon, Blue Sky, and Meta Threads. And I would also announce it on our Discord server. So once again, I hope you enjoyed the stream. And I would be interested in your feedback if you have any. Games like this, especially since I like to do them. What's it called? Oh, my brain, goodness. Especially since I like to do them Iron Man style, I do worry that it doesn't make the best content. So, like I say, if you have any thoughts, leave a comment, post on Discord, whatever you will. I would like to hear from you in terms of how you think my streaming of this sort of game is going, and anything you think could be, anything you think's done well, anything you think's done poorly, anything that could be better, that sort of thing. So once again, thank you for coming, and I hope you all have a wonderful night. Good night.